Okay, determine the domain and range for each problem. Your domain is going to equal to the x's, and your range is going to equal to the y's. This is also our input, and this is our output. Okay, Andrea is selling candies as a fundraiser. She spent $50 on supplies making the candles. She plans to sell the candles for $10 each. The function of her revenues can be modeled by y equals 10x minus 50. What are the domain and range of the function? Okay, so if I were to model this on the x-axis, I would start right here at negative 50, right? And then my line would go up, wouldn't it? Agree? Okay, so the domain is going to start at 0, and then it's going to equal to the number of candles she sells. So the domain will be the candles, won't it? Notice she can't sell like half a candle. So her domain is only going to be whole numbers. It starts at 0, and this is going to be her candles. Her range is going to equal to the money, right? So the x-axis is the candles, the range is going to be our dollars. So if she sells 0 candies, candles, she has negative 50 bucks. Then every time she sells a candle, she makes 10 bucks. So if she sells 1 candle, she's going to owe 40. She's going to be in the whole 40, then in the whole 30, in the whole 20, and the whole 10. At the 5th candle, she's going to be even, right? And then it's going to go up by 10. So the candles, or the range, is going to be equal to her dollars. And it's only going to be these dollar amounts because she's selling candles for $10 each. Number 23, Tony spent $3.65 on pencils at the store. If he sells them for 25 cents each, write a function model to model Tony's revenue and determine the domain and range. Okay, so the growing number is going to be 25 cents, and this is our starting number, isn't it? So the function rule is going to be f of x equals 0.25 x minus 3.65. Okay, or y equals 0.25 x minus 3.65. So if we were to graph this, we would start right here at the negative 3.65, and the graph would do this, wouldn't it? Okay, so our domain is going to be the number of pencils they sell, right? So the domain starts at 0 pencils, and it goes up by 1 pencil each time, right? And this is equal to the pencils, right? Which is going to be our x-axis label, right? The range is going to be the money. So the range starts at negative $3.65, and every time you sell a pencil, you get a quarter. So it's going to go down to negative 3.40, negative 3.15, negative 2.90, negative 2.65, and it's going to keep going like that. And this is going to equal to the dollars, isn't it? Number 24, direct variation. If it says direct variation, you set up and solve a proportion. Set up and solve a proportion. Okay, in a downtown office building, the monthly rent for an office varies directly to the size. So the rent is going to vary directly to the size. Okay, if a 420-foot office is $12.60, so my rent is $12.60 and my size is 420, equals a 900 would be the size. Notice it's getting smaller. I want to get X. So I'm going to do 1260x equals 900 times 420. So I'm going to multiply these two and divide by 1260. So let me get a calculator. Yeah, calculators. So 900 times 420 equals 1260x equals 378, 000 divided by 1260. And this is going to be how much money it is. It's $300. So this number right here would be 300, wouldn't it? Pretty simple stuff. Okay, the cost of materials used to make a Frisbee varies directly with the diameter. So we have cost varying directly with the diameter of a Frisbee squared, right? This is kind of tricky, so the diameter needs to be squared. So our cost is equal to the diameter, but the diameter is going to be squared, okay? So this is going to be my two fractions. So if I cost to make 45 cents with a 9-inch diameter, and that's going to be squared, right? Then what is the cost to make it with a 12-inch diameter? And we got to square these. So this fraction right here is going to turn into 45 cents over 81 equals something over 144. So this is going to be my x. So 81 times x is 81x equals 45 or 0.45 times 144, 6480. And then I'm going to divide by 81. Divide by 81. And I get 80 cents. So x equals 80 cents. The key on that one is to square these bottom terms. So this right here would end up being 80 cents, which is my cost.